What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD
Podcast.
Oh.
Period. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound like you're doing, well, I don't know if you know, but at church before the choir perform, they be like, how y'all doing? Tap, tap, tap. I said, how y'all doing? That's how you make sure the mic work. God is good, ain't it?
Man, I don't know what just happened, y'all. We was off to a good start. And then my computer just shut off.
It's all good.
I don't know what happened, but we back. I ain't gonna speak nothing on it. But no, what were we talking about? Because my brain just went blank.
You was I don't know. You got Black Business of the Week.
You know what? Let's go. So I need my nose job.
Did you say you need a nose job?
I need my nasal spray. But I'm gonna be fine. I'm looking at it, but I'll get it in a minute.
Go get it, cause I ain't trying to be editing snips out all night.
Okay, let me go get it. I now have the same problem that you have, so I can't be in cold rooms or my sinuses get swollen, and I can't breathe, and it's cold.
Yeah, I can't be cold for not even 2 seconds. I actually talked to so at one point I was trying to get, they do the allergy test. So I was just like, let me see what I'm allergic to. Knowing doggone what it's cold air, I'm allergic to cold air. But my doctor was really just saying like, it's probably best to just keep treating it like I've been doing, because in reality, the allergy test is not going to change nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's really good for people that don't know what triggers their allergies, but it's really sick how I've been bothered by this all my life. Gucci got jellies for $4.90. They cheaper than the Prada ones.
I know I said this before, but I'm really finna start living like Issa Rae.
What that mean? Oh, only spending money on food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel I got about 15 pounds to drop.
I'm introducing my Black Business of the Week. So this week, I've been having a problem. So I once again, I'm having hair problems. So I've been having a problem with finding a loctician.
Oh and boy, so, you high maintenance. I can't keep up.
And you know what? It's funny that you say that. I always tell people that I am not high maintenance, and I prove to myself that I've been lying for years. I love very neat hair. I love very hydrated hair. I love very I call it juicy. That's the way that I describe it. I was like, I love when the hair is juicy. Even when I had my braids, the girl who used to do my braids, Jazz It Up, she literally used to make my hair look juicy. And guess what? She used to use this product that I'm introducing. So I've noticed that a lot of the locticians that people send me, hair just be dry. Period.
Yeah, it don't be shiny. Like it's a look to a good retwist. And I've been trying to explain I tried to do a retwist and it looked like not juicy.
Exactly. And I need some juice. Everybody, now I've been to 4 different people to do my locks. And every single last one of them people use this gel. So this is locking gel. I used to work at this salon called Salon Ramsey back in 2013. And it was a guy there who used to cut my hair very briefly. His name was Omar. And Omar, short after he started cutting my hair, I started going to my old barber, just because he ended up starting working at Salon Ramsey as well. But Omar ended up opening up his own salon. And it was similar to Salon Ramsey. It was like sweets.
Mm-hmm.
So, first of all, he's a hard worker. This man is a workaholic. So, he actually used to do locks and cut hair. He taught his wife how to do locks. So, she was doing locks. Keep in mind, his wife is white. So, it used to be insane.
This is the Black Business of the Week segment. We do not.
No, but he's black. He's from Philly. And his wife was...
no, she's not. Can we stick to the man? I'm sorry. We just came out of Black History Month. All right, sorry. This is going to sound problematic on record. Go ahead. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, but no. So his son also did him. He taught his son and his daughter. Keep in mind, his daughter was like 12. She used to be in the shop doing people's hair, bro. Like,
now you finna get them folks locked up. All right,
no, it was insane. Like,
child labor laws.
So he ended up coming out with this locking gel. And so everybody, keep in mind he had a suite. So he had about, I mean, like 60 people in there. And there was a lot of people that did locks and hair. That's where Arrogant Tay got started at. He got started at his shop too. Him and Jasmine Dior. Jasmine Dior used to be Arrogant Tay's assistant at Omar's shop. And so, anywho, he came up with this lock. He created this locking gel. I don't know what he did, what he put in it, but it has gone viral for years. Keep in mind, this came out, if I'm not mistaken, in like 2015. I remember somebody putting it on my hair in like 2014, 15. And it's the only thing that works. First of all, it lays your hair down like you got a perm, for one.
Okay. Like some
Um,
edge control.
but the difference between that and edge control is because I've read some reviews on certain edge controls that saying that it'll keep your hair won't go back to its natural state with some edge controls because of the ingredients in it. This,
Really? I ain't never heard that now.
yeah. So they were trying to say that some edge controls contain lye in it. It was the whole thing. Man, just look it up. But
I,
it was a lot of people complaining saying their hair texture wasn't going back to
I ain't never had that from. Oh, well, can't relate.
to their natural state. But this, my hair definitely go back to the natural state. It keeps my hair looking fresh for at least a week and a half, 2 weeks. That's with my own at home maintenance. So I do tie my hair down. I do take oil and add it in my hair on my own, like every 4 or 5 days. I don't want to over oil it. But I mean, I ain't found nothing else that worked. Thank goodness. I know some good stylists that use this and they do. I mean, my hair be looking so good. I post pictures of my hair on Instagram all the time. But the Instagram for this page is lock in jail. So it's LOCN_GEL_CC. And the owner his name is Omar.
All right. I'm gonna check that out because one of my clients has locks and I be trying to do them retwists and it look just like it be retwisted, but it do not be juicy.
It be dry. I feel you. Like, and that's
And
one
I
thing.
be using shea butter and everything. Like I don't try everything. I don't went on YouTube, bought the stuff
Nothing
they
works.
talking about. I just don't understand. So I
Nothing
thought it
works
was
like
just
this.
me, but it's like I actually get it neat. It just don't be shining.
Just look at. I'm finna just send you a post on the page. Just look at the page when you get a chance, and just look at how everything is juicy. Like even them braids. That's how my braids used to look with that gel.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, it's a
It's the
okay.
gel. It's literally the gel.
All right, let me follow them so I don't forget. Okay, cool. So I put the information in the episode notes. All right, man, I got a long agenda. First of all, we were a little late this week. Definitely got when we be missing episode. I don't know if you get the hate mail, but the hate mail be coming to my phone, to my DMs,
Oh
to my
my god.
tweets. I got an audio message from a complaining listener who said that when he get to work on Wednesdays, he be expecting the episode. The episode didn't drop. And I was just like, listen, we normally be on time, but ever since Draco moved to LA, he just been doing his own thing. So
Don't do me like that now.
no, I'm just playing. But
No, but y'all, life happens. I don't. I mean, let me just explain myself again. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a working makeup artist. Unfortunately, I have a lot. I'm new here, and so I'm just now starting to get booked. And the jobs that I've been booking, they've been really. Now I won't say stressful because that makes me sound ungrateful, but they take a lot out of me. So yesterday I was on set for 14 hours. And then
Jesus.
last week I had to do a 3-day shoot, and one of the days we worked from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. I mean 1 p.m. to 5 a.m. So it's very long hours. And then once I'm done with that, I need rest. Like I have to come home. I need to hydrate. I need to get some rest. I'm standing on my feet most of that time. I have to stay alert. I'm chugging coffee just so I can stay up. Can't sleep on the job. It's just a lot, but I enjoy what I do. I want people to understand that I really do enjoy it. But sometimes it does cause the episodes to be late because I don't have a consistent schedule. Unlike Alicia knows her schedule. But even sometimes with her, sometimes she had to work
Yeah, so
late.
I definitely have my seasons where I be working late because of some projects I'm working on, but very soon, hopefully real soon. I always say by 40, I'm gonna start working for the man. It's looking realistic. So, I'm gonna put in the work now. But anyway, I know y'all understand, but it's funny because when the shows, if I listen to a podcast and they not consistent, I unsubscribe. I don't care how much I like it. So don't y'all do that. But I'm just saying. Anyway, let's move into shop talk. So, oh my god, literally, I just got.
I only have one because I'm just. I mean, that's enough to irritate me for a month.
Go ahead with yours.
I only have one. So, child, the picture of Summer Walker in the grocery store. So I have so much to say about this. So, um, apparently, well, not apparently, this is true. Um, she has converted over to the EFI religion, and we spoke on this plenty of times. Do your own research on it. I ain't gonna go through it. However, I've spoke with a few people who practice it or know people that practice it. Like I have two people that I follow, and I try to be a little open minded because I'm like, we all do different things. So I just genuinely am like concerned, not necessarily concerned, but I be want to know, like, I don't want to be ignorant about it. I want to know what I'm talking about. But I have a problem with Summer for a few things because for one, she she shaved her head, and apparently that's actually a part of one of their rituals, and she posted it online, and she wasn't supposed to do that. That's why she deleted it, and she got mad for everybody reposting it. But my thing about it is
Girl.
you literally took the selfie, took two pictures, put it on the internet, wrote a caption, open Instagram, wrote a caption, and press post.
And became a meme.
And became a meme. So that's nobody's fault but yours. Okay. So for two, she had on one of like her outfit that she had on in the grocery store was something that they wear to their like ceremonies and stuff like that.
Well, sometimes because I used to work with someone who practices religion, and they actually have a period for a year where they have to wear all white. Now, I don't know if she's in that period right now, but I also remember in that period she wasn't even allowed to take pictures. I know it's a little different for Summer Walker, but they normally just wear white until they like qualify to get crowned or something. I don't want to misspeak, but it's something like
No,
that.
I think they were telling me the same thing and about the photos too. That's what I was getting at. She's not even supposed to be taking pictures in there, and I don't even think that because they wear like certain beads too. They're not even supposed to wear those beads like out in public or take photos in it. Now, 2 days ago, she just had on a whole cat suit with a thong hanging out, butt cheeks. It's just too much capping
It's
going on.
inconsistent with what she's alleging that
Yeah.
and she had cheese in her background.
Yeah, so she is I guess converting over to an alkaline vegan as well. And she's been seeing like this holistic guy who's been coming over to her house and um giving her these detox teas and these different things to cleanse her body out. But from what I'm looking at, it's like you be having like Fruit Loops and stuff in the background with cheese. And then today with the grocery list, I mean, she posted all her little groceries from Whole Foods. Miss Mama's had Greek yogurt. What's the ingredient in that? Because I don't think that's vegan. Then she had sourdough bread, and then she also had some quote unquote plant-based sausages. Now, everybody they convert over to being vegan or vegetarian for their own reasons. And when I did it, I was doing it for health purposes until I realized that shit is even more unhealthy than meat sometimes, like depending on what you get. And so I don't understand her, and I'm tired of trying to have an open mind because it's just giving dumb girl. And I knew this. I already knew when she was talking about these vaccines because when she, to each his own. If you don't want to get the vaccine, I'm not going to argue with you about it. I'm not going to press you about it. Fine, get it. Don't get it. I don't care. I got mine because I wanted to. And I felt like that's what I should have done. But I'm not going to sit here and tell people that they're going to have fucked up immune systems. They're gonna grow ears, turn into aliens. Don't stand next to me because you're gonna transfer energy, blah blah blah, all this other stuff, right? And you're saying that you don't want to put this in your body because it's a foreign object. But you have lip fillers, face fillers, ass shots, lipo, and breast implants. Now, I'm not surgery shaming, obviously. I'm just saying that these are all unknown things that you're putting in your body. And she even went to as far as to say that she got hydrogel instead of the cheap ass silicone shots that most girls get. And I recently did research on hydrogel. Hydrogel seems to be as equal, if not more, dangerous than doing the silicone.
I always
So
wonder what the long-term effects of that is. I guess there aren't any.
so here's the thing. This is what I was told by a ex.
Okay, we got it. Well, I mean, it's not. She was on the show.
Yeah, she was on the show. She said that what happens is when you do those silicone shots, of course, you're not supposed to have silicone in your body without it being in a bag. So what happens is if you get quote unquote good shots, they don't penetrate the muscle. So when you do the needle and they jab it in they're supposed to put it in your fat cells and then inject it. But when it gets to your muscle, that's when it goes into your bloodstream, and that's when people have like the discoloration and they start having all these other things. But regardless of not, because she has them herself, and she didn't get her muscle penetrated, but she also has had her butt shots for over 20 years. So now her effects is that she said that she can't even like hit her leg or her butt because it feels like a toothache. That's the feeling of it.
Oh,
when somebody
Jesus.
hit it too hard. And she's also having breathing problems.
Yeah, I always wonder, like, if let's say God forbid anybody get in a car accident, but you got to get some kind of surgery. I feel like that's what probably would cause a complication, and your doctor wouldn't know because it's not going to be on your record. So they just might start operating and things go
Yeah,
wrong.
not even just that, it's a foreign object. So, they don't even know, they don't want to touch it. They don't even like messing around with stuff like that. I remember talking to Zanique when her eye was messing up, and she had to get emergency surgery. So she ended up getting a surgery in Africa initially. And of course, she not finna fly back to Africa to get them taken out. So
Yeah,
she had
that's
to go
far.
to the north side. And she said that they was treating her like a freak show because they never seen that before and they didn't know what to do. So the surgery that they did to remove them was the first time they ever did it. So
Oh,
everybody was
Jesus.
crowding around
Yeah,
her.
I can imagine. That would put pressure on me if I was a doctor. But we getting off the Summer Walker topic.
Long story short, some dumb girl stuff going on over there, and I don't know if I can support it. I just need to set a notification on my iTunes when she drop music, and just leave it at that. Because I'm the music is tea. I love it, but I can't really get with because I get genuinely irritated and annoyed
Yeah,
listening
I
at it.
understand because I get irritated. Yeah, when it comes to Summer Walker, I love her music, but I will say this as someone that is a Christian, I know for sure I don't practice all the things that I'm supposed to, but I do feel like somebody like Summer Walker be saying it with her chest, and it's like, if you're gonna be that intentional about it or that like, da 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 da, you got to make sure your ducks in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Anywho,
Quack quack.
so that's
All
what I
right.
had to say. I'm gonna just follow your lead now with the shop talk because that was my only one. But yeah.
Okay, so something that's been trending as of yesterday. You know what's so funny? As much as I know you like the Kardashians. I don't really,
Okay,
but
I get it. I
they
get it.
they definitely have infiltrated Black pop culture, and we can't do nothing about that. Okay, so basically, the Kardashians did an interview. What magazine was this interview? Mag.
I'm not sure.
Long story short, they did an interview with the magazine and they were asked about like advice for people that want to be successful. It might have been women specifically, but there was a quote that Kim K made, and let me just play it.
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do.
Okay, so for me, this is one of those situations is right message, wrong messenger. Okay, because at one point, on one hand, what she said is true in a sense. Like, yes, if you want something to work for you, you got to work hard. You need to surround yourself with people that are kind of have the same goals in mind, the same intention, that are passionate. But I think that coming from someone who literally was born into success, fame or not, it's just not going to land well, because she is someone and part of something that has stolen people's likeness, not taking it seriously, taking advantage of certain things, created a false image to get to that point of success, on top of how she actually became a household name for us. So I think it's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, girl, thanks for the advice, but you can't even relate to this advice that you're getting now. I'm not, a lot of people are saying like, oh, you ain't have to work hard. I don't think that coming from money automatically makes you successful. Like, I feel like, yes, you can be stable, but to create the type of lifestyle that the Kardashians have off of their name is definitely hard work. A lot of sacrifice, embarrassment, and manipulation. That's hard work. But I think that also the way that, and this is just me, and when I hear her saying it, she don't even sound serious. I could, if she was my manager saying it, I'm like, girl, shut up. And then Courtney of all people down there co-signing.
Chloe.
No, it was her. It was Courtney, and she was the one sitting down. Chloe had a statement too, but Courtney was like, yeah. Anyway, I just think that it's just, I don't know, man. Like, this is one of the things where I feel like it's best that they don't speak much, and when they do speak, it needs to be calculated, and you could just stick to your PSA from your notes app, because I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like they are so out of touch with reality, man. It's like they literally created a false image and came up off of that. You know what I'm saying? So this is the biggest thing. This is what a lot of people have been upset about. To hear a billionaire telling people that they don't want to work harder, do this, do stuff you're passionate about, like, that's not really something that's going to land well with people, because it's like, sweetie, working hard is not, number one, does not guarantee success. Literally the best, you cannot save your way out of poverty. There's no hack to get you. Literally the only way to get out of poverty is to make more money. We got people working several jobs, people that's in debt. We in a pandemic, gas prices up, rent up, mortgages up, food costs more money. It's just like almost impossible for a lot of people, a lot of situations, no matter how hard they work, how passionate they are, they may not see this type of success because they don't have the kickstart that you were granted. Okay. Not that they have to have it, and not that it's impossible to have it, but there's a whole lot that needs to be considered when you kick out information like that. You can say, I guess one thing to be like, stay true to yourself, work hard, use your resources. But she literally kind of said it as if people are not successful because they don't work hard. Like, it just was her verbiage. And I'm just like, this is so tasteless. And like, it's just like, I don't even know. I just couldn't even.
I mean, I agree to an extent. I do feel like right message, wrong person, because I've said this recently. I mean, especially in my field, a lot of people they hit me up all the time, like even today, and it's like I have nothing else to offer you but to try, or because it wasn't, nothing was just handed to me. I had to just work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the problem with social media now is that people have a lot of pride in admitting that they work hard. So see, in my case right now, a lot of people will look at me on social media and they're like, oh, he's a successful makeup artist and he probably just gets all these jobs handed to him. But in reality, since I just moved to a new city, I have to kind of scale back and do some things that I was doing in the beginning of when I started. So now I have to like assist other artists. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of be around certain sets and stuff, because that's how I got jobs before. So I'm assisting, I'm asking, questions, I'm reaching out to different people, and people have a lot of pride. So in that sense, I do agree. I just feel like it does come from the wrong person, just because of, especially in the Black community, a lot of people don't like her. I mean, realistically, because they have good reason. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of, like you said, just being out of touch with reality and things just not seeming genuine.
Right. And I think her statement didn't sound genuine. That's what, because I agree. I definitely think it is good at it's sound advice, but it didn't even come from a place of, man, I worked so hard to get where I'm at. It sounded like, keep trying.
Yeah. Like but and I mean, I'm like, you know what? Realistically, like she probably meant, of course, she like meant well by saying it, but it just
Of course, we don't know that. This is somebody who wore box braids, called them boxer braids, and made a video about not giving a F about having them. But keep going.
Next caller.
I just don't, and like I said, and I don't, because I'm also somebody who tells people like, listen, man, you got to put yourself out there, you got to do research, and especially in this era, you got access to the internet. But I just think I feel like, and not that I'm like the chosen one, but I think it's more credible coming from me or you, because we really did come from nothing and we really did make stuff happen for ourselves. But to be somebody that's born into richness and to get to this point by the steps that they have taken, it's like wild to think that honest, true hard work is what garners success, because we know that's not true.
Yeah. My only problem with society is that she was able to come back from that. And
come back from what?
Come back from things that she's done or said, just how she got famous, from a sex tape or whatever. And then it's people who were at one point her peers, like Trina or Black China, and they weren't awarded that same respect.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I that's the only part that annoys me. Oh, for sure. Because you know what? What I've noticed is that being in LA, a lot of people have tattoos, and especially working in my field, everybody has tattoos. Everybody has color hair. Everybody does, different things. But even now, like I get on set sometimes, and people kind of like look at me, and they make these like suggestions. Like some people be like, "Oh, I thought you did this. I didn't know you were a makeup artist." Wow. But
it's like, why not?
Yeah. And it's like, because I have tattoos on my face, blah, 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 but I'm looking at a Hispanic person or a white person that is doing the exact same thing. And they have, literally covered in tattoos, and nobody's looking at them weird. But
yeah, it's really a shame. And honestly, that's something I deal with a lot at work in corporate America, which is one of the things I'm grateful for working from home, is I get to just be off camera in my bonnet. But it's like, and I guess this isn't exactly the same thing, but I feel like my true self cannot be shown so that I can be accepted in my work environment. So when it comes to my hair, the way I pronounce my words, the things that I am interested in, I have had to shape that to not be to be hireable, number one, to be respected, and to look like, it's like I could be my true self and do the same work as someone else, and it's not as valuable coming from me because I got faux locks in my hair, I got a nose ring, I got face piercings and stuff like that. And it's really crazy because I was just talking to my cousin about this, like, and I actually made a post about this during Black History Month. It's not that Black women are always changing their hair. Yes, we're always changing our hair, but there's a reason. There's a reason why things are called protective styles, and there's a reason why we change our hair often. And it's like, it shouldn't even matter, but it's just like, the problem is they always say something about it. Oh, you changed your hair again. Oh, is this one of your new hairstyles? Oh, what's that? Did you cut? It's like, it's one thing to compliment, but it's like, now I'm worried about the next time you're going to say something. So now I got to tone my hair down so it can look normal. Like my cousin had a natural ponytail, like literally her natural hair pulled back, and she had a bun. And her manager was like, oh, is this one of the rotations of your hair? And it's like, it's literally a ponytail. You get what I'm saying? And it happens so often. I mean, I can probably
honestly, I hate that, because for me, even when people, I guess, attempt to try to make me feel uncomfortable by my look, I don't change it. I'm still doing that. I'm still coming.
And see, that's good that you do that, but unfortunately, corporate America, it has a stigma of what they deem professional and polished is, and there's nothing unpolished about changing my hair. That's just a part of who I am. But the problem is, these people don't have enough exposure to people like myself or my cousins or Black people in general, so they can understand stuff like that. It just makes me annoyed. And that's another reason why I really don't like a lot of stuff I don't like about the Kardashians, because they have benefited from that likeness that we would never get the same respect for. So when you wear braids and you act like it's no big deal, and you change the name of it, and you create this trend where all these non-Black people are now using this style that has always worked against us, it's like, wow, how dare you? And we can't go, they're a machine, we can't go against it. It's like, they're gonna, not that I don't want success ripped from them, but they're gonna be even more successful by doing something like that, because she's bold, and now she got Black kids, and she gets to hide behind the guise of, oh, me and North they're twins, so I gotta wear braids. You know what I'm saying? It's just like so disrespectful. So anyway, sorry.
I understand 130%. You have
Yeah.
every right.
It's annoying. So,
I,
and
I
I
talk
always
about
be
that. I talk about that all the time because I feel like there's ways to be polished and still be able to be yourself. And I hate that even dealing with, things like corporate America or having to, even go to certain job interviews sometimes that people put a lot of pressure on, especially Black people, just on the way they look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
And
like
it's like,
wow. Forget the fact that like there was a Biden recently nominated a Black woman to be a Supreme Court judge. This lady went to an Ivy League college, actually practiced law, and it's like people like she shouldn't get the job just because she's Black. It should be because she's talented. She is talented, and historically speaking, a lot of folks who got that seat could not even blow a candle to her, light a candle to her. It's just like Stacey Abrams versus Brian Kemp. It's like she literally was way more educated, but y'all talking about how she's not smart. And it's like you don't even know what you're talking about.
it's just right. It's just racism, and I experience it all the time. Like anytime I go out of the country or go, like when I was in Africa, everybody thought I was a rapper.
That's crazy. But you know
Every
what
time I
though?
go places, that it's
Because you
just
got the jewelry, you got this look, so you just look different. So they're like, oh, but I have some friends. Anytime they go to like Asian countries, they think they LeBron James or Nicki
yeah.
Minaj.
It's like my hair. I have locks. I have tattoos.
Do you feel honestly? Do you feel like that's racism though, or is that just kind of the image that they are? Because I do feel like
I don't blame them, but
in those
I don't blame
countries
them because
they're fed that image. Like they don't like you must be a rapper because you look this way. So I
yeah.
personally wouldn't consider it racism, but I would if they treated you differently because of that look.
They definitely treat me different. Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
But for me, when I do things like that, I I'm not blind to what I do or who I'm around. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I don't want to make that something like I just am so just dumbfounded to it. But what I try to do with myself is I try not to get caught up in my client's lifestyle because that's not my lifestyle. I don't have that type of money and I don't live that life.
Mm-hmm.
And I just enjoy doing regular things. So I really be wanting people to treat me regular sometimes. And it's like people will come to you, oh, you Hollywood because you did it out. Am I Hollywood? Because first of all, we don't even talk like that for you to say that. And then you're calling me this because of who I'm around, not because of what I do on my personal life, because I'm a regular person. I do regular stuff. You know what I'm saying? I make probably similar amounts of money than you do, but it's just that my job consists me to be around high profile people. So you associate me with that. And I'm not offended by that, but I think that's offensive to me for when people just approach you sometimes and they like, oh, you do this, and I just I don't know. They just bring up certain things, and I'm like, well, I've never given you a reason to treat me like that or act like that, so I don't understand why you do that. But it's weird. Like I mean, I don't know. People always say like, when you go to when you get reach new levels, you start acting different and and it really don't be per se. I'm speaking for myself. It really is not me. It's other people treating me how they think I want to be treated.
Yeah, just doing too much. Yeah, man. I can't remember who I was listening to recently, but they were talking about like their family because they started getting popular and they hanging around celebrities, they family calling them asking for money.
Don't
or
call
they'll
me
be
white girl.
Was it?
Yeah, because she was talking to Sukiana. Did you listen to that one?
I did listen to that episode, but no, I was talking about this comedian named Erica. I think her name Erica. She I think either she related to DC Young Fly. I can't remember, but you know what? She's on tour with Lil Duval. That's what it was. So her family started seeing her with these celebrities, and they will start calling her like, "Hey, put T.I. on the phone," just like random stuff. It's like, but and it's like they think that's just how it worked. Like, because there was a person that is a mutual, let's just say that. And you remember when we went to that premiere for Black China's Zeus show?
Yeah.
A person was going around telling people that I know Black China. Never met. Actually, I have met her before. When I worked at the Apple store, she was a customer. But they was like, hey, she know Black China. Hey, don't you know Black China? It's like, it was very awkward. It was really uncomfortable because I'm just like, Now I gotta explain. No, I don't know her. And it's just as weird. I don't think I've ever told you about. I'll tell you about when we get done recording. But yeah, he was just like, yo, oh, she know Black China. Oh, that you know, that's who you want to be around. It's like, no, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no.
You
Yeah,
never
people
see me
are
with her. I
so
don't even know her. I didn't even.
weird.
Huh?
People are so weird. Like people will literally call me on FaceTime just to prove to people that they know me.
That's all. Oh, I think that's what they was talking about on Don't Call Me White Girl too. It's like, yeah, see, look, I know Ramona,
This
Demona.
my cousin.
It's
So
like
when certain people FaceTime me, I automatically decline it. If I don't talk to you all the time, don't FaceTime me because I'm
I
not
would too,
answering.
because it's like, what do you? Am I supposed to sing and dance? Like that's
I
weird.
cut off my video chat on Instagram, so you can now video chat me. But Instagram still sends me notification, but it just
Yeah,
don't go through, and I'll be looking like,
that's
what?
annoying that anybody can call too. Yeah, it's
It's so
crazy.
annoying. Like people do so much. Like I've even had a person get mad at me. I don't even talk to this person. Like I can count on one hand with two fingers cut off how many conversations I've had with them. And this boy literally got mad at me because he said that he didn't like the way one of my clients dressed and he wanted to style them. And could I let them know? It was a few things wrong with that. First of all, this person never styled nobody before. So on their page, all you see is car photos, outfit photos from themselves, and keep in mind they wearing wife beaters and jeans. I ain't making it up.
So
Wife
they
beaters
want a
jeans.
career in styling, and not only do they want a career in styling, they want to jumpstart with an existing established artist.
Yes. And I'm in charge of setting it up.
Them the people Kim K was talking about. I'm just playing.
It's so much,
Yeah.
but I don't even think people realize. They just look at the outcome, but people don't realize how hard these people work to get to their positions, even if you don't like it.
Right,
Even
you're
if you
not
don't
gonna be
like it, they got
gambling.
here for a reason.
Yeah.
They got here for a reason. And you know what I'm saying? It's like you may not see, everybody don't expose the dark time or the bad times. Like I'm not finna just be posting like, oh y'all, I'm broke this week because I ain't getting no jobs for like 2-3 weeks. I'm broke.
Right, because it's like,
Oh,
okay, what you want to
spending
do
my last
about
on
it?
this or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I had to do these 3 jobs for free because I needed, you know what I'm saying? Nobody is putting
Yeah,
that
people
out.
want you. People will actually lose respect for you by being that transparent.
So I'm posting it in the outcome. I'm post it every time. I'm gonna post it all the time. You're gonna see that part, but maybe one day we'll get down into, you know, how hard it took
Yeah.
me to get to that point. But
How many celebrities you had to knock down? I'm just playing. I'm just playing. All
Oh,
right, we
my
getting
God.
sidetracked again. Okay. So I guess we can move on from that. There's a couple things I have on my list, but I think we can just spread them out through the next couple episodes. So I have a tweets from the streets, and then I have a topic that I think we can kind of break down a little bit. So for tweets from the streets, basically this young lady said, question, and don't fight me because I know y'all like to tussle on here, but why are y'all lazy ASS pissed off about remote working coming to an end? Okay, let's be very clear. Joe Biden did suggest that companies ended work from home and people return to the office because there have, you know, as most things are, there are impacts, right? So these companies are paying for these big buildings, not my problem, that are not being occupied. The cities that were benefit, like for example, where my job is, there's a lot of restaurants, a lot of food, a lot of stuff like that. There's a mall. And so a lot of that traffic came from people that worked in my job. We talking about 10,000 plus people, probably not 10, maybe like 7,000 people who are eating every day, shopping every day, doing all these certain things. So they have had a decline in customers because of that. So I guess as a way to kind of get the economy circulating, and it's just my assumption, he is suggesting that people go back to work. Now, number one, it's been made very clear that the same work can get done at home and it can get done in the office. On top of that, gas is high. So now I got to drive 30-40 minutes to do what I could have did by rolling over my bed. Now that's just my own perspective. But anyway, basically, this is what I gather. So a lot of people, and I have had this experience with friends. A lot of people think work from home means don't work. Now, my situation is a little different, but I also think that because of social media, people make a lot of TikToks and videos about being in Target while working and
being on vacation
while working. But believe it or not, the jobs are saying, hey, if you just want to change the scenery, you can travel and work if you want to, or you can take time off. Now, I will say this for myself. even when I was in the office, I had moments where I wasn't doing nothing. And I would just be walking around and not just being lazy, but sometimes I have a break in between. Like I'm not just working every single second of the day. Just like when you work in retail, work in food service, you got moments where you can chill, check your phone. It's the same thing as like that in corporate America. So when I was working at my last company, I would get up, I would go to my friend's cubicle, I'll go to a different building, I'll go down to the cafeteria, walk around. I used to always leave and go for a 1 mile walk every day, not on my lunch break, just out the blue. So I'm just saying out to say like the office is literally just an environment to work, but I have created that environment in my house, and the benefit is now I get to walk my dog. Now I can have a contractor come to my house and do repairs. I can go get groceries. I can eat when I'm actually ready. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff like that. But I think that people assume that working from home just means you ain't doing nothing. But clearly, these companies are making the most money they've ever made in their life. They're getting budgets created. Their stock is going up. They're able to hire more to get more done. But I think it's just, I do feel for those people who haven't had the luxury of working remote, but I just wanted to say as a remote employee, the day that I got to be an in-office employee be the day that I entertain all these people in my DMs on LinkedIn. That's all.
Yeah. I haven't had the luxury of doing that.
Yeah. Well, you can work remote.
I can.
Like,
I can, but I wouldn't make that much money.
No,
I would have to, you know what I'm saying, especially working on set. And it's a lot because we still have to, I mean, like our COVID guidelines, because on set are extreme. You know what I'm saying? It's not like regular everyday COVID stuff. Like we have to wear pretty much 3 masks at one time.
That's hard, especially when
not for real, but the type of masks that we wear at work, we have to. It feel like 3 masks, and we have to wear a shield. And I wear glasses on top of that, so I have to put my glasses on top of my shield so I can see my damn client. We have, I have to use a lot of disposable things. It's just something, and I have to pay for that. Sometimes I go on set and they offer it. They have stuff for us to use, but then I have to take COVID tests. Now, the COVID test for the show that I've been working on, I have to drive 30 minutes to that. Like, just literally just to take a COVID test. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. Like, it'd be a lot. They start paying us a good amount of money to get COVID tested now. So, I love that, but it's just I never had that luxury. So I
just found the rest of the girl tweet. She said, not to be insensitive, but y'all spent darn near 3 years being at home. You saying you want the pandemic to be over and return to some sort of normalcy, yet don't want to go back to work. Sweetie, we've been at work the whole time at our address. People get so complacent when doing nothing or just enough to get by for the last 3 years that now doing the normal things like getting up and going to work every day is a problem. That is a wild take. I don't know who she is thinking.
She's standing with Kim K. So she's trying to get that Skims PR
But what's
package.
Crazy is people pull the "this you" tweets from this year. Getting up for work every day is so ghetto. I can't. I don't even know why I even bother coming to work. I never do anything. I hate it here. I'm at work doing absolutely nothing. Don't even see why the pharmacy is even open today. We deserve a break from getting cursed out all day. But that's some crazy. She basically was talking about herself, long story short. But yeah, I just feel like it's if driving to a building is working, y'all got a rude awakening coming. Because let me tell you something. I promise you, I work much longer days at home than I would have in the office. And I was in the office is anytime. Sometimes I would leave the office at 3. I leave at 5. I leave as soon, whatever times it take to avoid traffic. I be up in here. I wake up at 7. I walk my dog, I go to my computer, I catch up on emails. I go. Sometimes I don't even take a lunch break. Sometimes I do. It's been times I've been working till 9 p.m., 10 o'clock. Just recently, maybe like a month ago, I had submitted an assignment at 11 p.m. So anyway, not that that's okay or should be normalized, but I'm just saying all that to say is like, just because I'm at home does not mean that I'm not doing no work. If anything, I'm doing too much work because I ain't got to beat traffic. I could just be like, oh, let me just do this right quick.
Yeah.
Anyway, that didn't sit well with me. It offended me. So I just want to make it 2 different streets. Anyway, all right. But the main topic today, I want to talk about something I've been seeing trending a lot, especially on TikTok. It is 2 things. So on Twitter, it's black in tech. And then on TikTok is black girl luxury or black luxury and things like that. And I have been noticing this trend of almost, I don't really know how I want to describe. So basically, so let's start with the first one: black women in tech, black men in tech. So there's been this trend lately of people like having pay transparency, like, oh, this is where I work, this is how much I get paid, et cetera, et cetera. And people are very shocked to find out that there are people that look just like me and you, my age, our age, making 200 grand, 300 grand. And so people are, it's like, I saw a post about like a 19-year-old girl getting a BBL, right? And it's coming from them probably seeing these women on the internet of a different age or whatever, having this look and feel, and them wanting to do the same thing. So when people get on here, and I won't say they're bragging about that pay, they could say it's pay transparency, but I feel like the only people that's being transparent is the one who's making crazy money. But I read the comments, and I see people like trying to do that exact same thing and trying to understand why they're not making enough money. I get it, because it can be inspiring, but I feel like these people who talk about how much money they make fail to talk about what it took to get to that point. Especially somebody like me. Now, I don't make 300 grand. But I also have been, I have been working several jobs. I have taken certifications. I've studied stuff on my own. I've taken stretch assignments. I shadow people's work. I ask a lot of questions. I've changed directions in my career, and I've done a lot of different things to get to the point where I'm at. And I feel like people leave that part out, because a lot of times people are like, oh, you can get into tech making 6 figures and you don't need a degree. Yeah, you don't need a degree, but you might need a certification. You definitely need experience. But I think that they try to paint this picture that you can go from serving drinks at Starbucks to coding tomorrow just because you got good interview skills. And I feel like they leave that part out. So I don't know, it just bothered me. And now we get into the black women in tech, and I'm just gonna mean black women luxury. And I'm just saying it because I'm a woman. So this is some of the things that tend to get curated towards me. But I see a lot of women who got like 32 Chanel bags, driving Teslas, got like red bottoms every day, all this other stuff. But they might be leaving out the fact that maybe they have a successful husband, maybe they have great investments that they've benefited from, but they almost share it in a way that makes it seem like, oh, I just go to work and I type a few things and now I'm rich. It's just like, and so now, and I always read the comments and I see people like, wow, why can't I get an apartment like this? What am I doing wrong? And why are you so lucky? Or you must be lying, or you must be scamming. It's like, dang, is this like creating insecurities on people who shouldn't even be like, you should not be 18, 19 mad because you don't make 6 figures. Like, are you like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like sad that, and that's one of the things I've said before. I feel like because of the internet, there's no like age filter. Like everybody's exposed to the same stuff at the same time. So people are developing faster, and there could be a positive outcome. Yes, there are younger millionaires being made. Yes, there's a lot more money, and a wealth gap has been, I guess has been more narrow. I don't know. But I just feel like it just creates a unrealistic expectation of where people should be, which could lead to depression and insecurity and all this stuff, because they see somebody on the internet living this lifestyle that they also want. And it's okay to want it, but you got to also understand that that's not going to happen overnight. I know I just rambled, but
no, it's fine. It's so fun that you brought this up, because I was thinking about this yesterday, because I also have a lot of people who just come to me because I'm a person who loves nice things. And I made it, I had to even make a post about it, because one word that people always call me that really annoys me is bougie. They're like, oh, you just, even my sister wear it out. And I don't think that bougie is the correct term. I just don't like cheap stuff. Like, even when it comes to my food now, like when I buy food, I have to buy my food from farmers markets or just like places that I know that sells, so it's, especially if I'm getting vegetables or if I'm getting meats. I need to make sure that I'm getting premium stuff, because for one, I'm getting older. And so a lot of times those illnesses and those, cancer and disorders, it comes from your food that you take. So of course, I'm working hard to make money to be able to afford these things. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, if I'm gonna spend $30 on three short ribs, that's what I'm gonna do, because at least I know that I'm getting it from a place where it's healthy.
Yeah, and we are literally in our 30s. Like we're young, but we ain't that young no more.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm saying. I'm adult. I'm grown.
so many years of trying stuff that was, based on that particular budget at that time. And I feel like, as a kid, your parents try to make you eat clean. They want you to eat veg. They want you to drink more water. But we didn't care about that. But as you get older, certain things do become more important to you. You start to realize, like I can't imagine. I think I had a soda recently. It was the first time in several years, and that soda, it was a Coca-Cola, and it was so nasty. And it was like, I said, this is obviously a sign of maturity. I had already stopped drinking. I was only drinking mostly water. Every now and then I have sweet tea, but that's it. But it's like, that might, like, it's just something that just comes with life. So for people to be like saying bougie, it's like, no, maybe you just have not tried this yet. And then once you see the difference, you'll realize, like, oh wow, like I cannot have that anymore.
I think that what people don't like, I'm guessing, is that you work. I mean, in my opinion, you work hard so that you can afford these things because that's what you want to do. So when I was younger, or when everybody's younger, they had this mentality, oh, I'm gonna grow up, get a Maserati, get a Ferrari, these extreme dreams. So now that you're older, of course
you can actually do it.
You can do it, and your luxuries change. So my luxury may be, I like to eat good. I like to eat, whatever. And then like I'll buy some expensive shoes. Like I like to spend money on my shoes because in reality, everything is gone up. Yeah. I'm not going to be paying $400-$500 for no Jordans when I can just go get me some Balenciaga.
Yeah, you start to put your value in certain things. Like things become more realistic, and it's just, for a lot of people, I won't say everybody, and I agree. And I also, it's another thing I wanted to say about like the salary thing is like sometimes people don't realize, like you said, it's like the age, the exposure, your health, like the people that you're around, you get introduced to things, but it doesn't like bougie shouldn't be necessarily an insult. I definitely think that, to me, bougie is more so a personality trait than what you actually like. But it's different if you're one of those people that just like kind of toot your nose up at people because they don't have certain things, or you too good to do certain stuff because of this and that. But when it comes to like your food, it's like, that's actually a great thing.
Now I'm gonna stop you there because it'd be a lot of stuff that I'm too good to do.
Like what?
I'm trying to find an example real quick because it's a lot of stuff I'll be like, you know what, I'm not going there.
And me as well, but I'm talking about like I would never say I'm too good to like wear a dress.
Oh yeah, no. I would
Walmart.
I
hate Walmart, but you can probably throw something together for real. I got some graphic tees out of there before. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just saying, it's like certain things, like, yes, like for me, I prefer Target over Walmart. I prefer Publix over Kroger. So, but I'm not too good. If it's an option, it's like, girl, are you hungry or no? Like, I'm not gonna be like, I gotta go in there. Where's the hand sanitizer?
Yeah.
No. I am too good for Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah. See, it's certain things that you grow up. Once you grow up and move past it. And the thing about it is, it's not my fault. We're all dealt different cards. Mm-hmm. And the cards that I was dealt, I probably had it harder than you at one point. But the thing about me is I had passion. I had drive. I figured out I didn't want to do that. So I figured out a way for me to get myself out of that.
Yeah. Same. We did too. You gotta get up. You need to work hard. People don't want to work hard. Again,
that's what I'm saying.
Wrong messenger.
PMK for president, man.
Okay, now all right. I do not support that. Also, I wanted to say too, when people put these images on the internet, they have all this stuff. People be returning stuff, y'all. People be
renting. Let me tell you something.
Stealing, returning. Like they do it. They will get enough for a post on the internet.
Photoshopping it.
Yes, I've seen people Photoshop actual outfits. And so that's the thing. It's like, man, they're creating insecurities in people that shouldn't even be like, that shouldn't even be the case. They're envious of you over something that you don't even have. That's why I just, oh my God. And I barely post. I
found out recently that a lot of these people who take private jets don't even be flying from the Clearport. So they have an option where you can pay for I think it's called like a liftoff. And it's cheap. Well, it's cheaper than actually getting it on the jet.
What is a liftoff?
Literally you can like get on the plane, take photos, and then they may even pull off and turn right back around. Like,
I have seen where people can stage a photo shoot in a plane. It's like, why?
too much.
Now we're gonna get to a point where people is splitting 30 grand so they can take a private jet to the Bahamas.
No, and it's not even worth that. Like,
it's not just hop on your.
this is why I try to. So see now, I think I for the longest I tried. I'm a big music person, obviously. So I listen to music. I mean, I won't say 25 hours a day because I'll be asleep, but sometimes I do play music when I'm asleep. But I
play
listen to
Rain
music
when
a
I'm
lot.
asleep.
So I try to like not tap into people's personal life because I'm almost sure it's gonna make me not like them. But this is why I like people like Tyler the Creator. I like people like Smino. I like people like Issa Rae. Like these people are celebrities, they're big names, household names, and they still have a sense of reality. And they're smart. So they're not you because I think that what happens is I watch celebrities, especially being around them, they get so engulfed in the stuff that they're around, like their designer things and all this other stuff, and they still be depressed. And it's
Yes,
like you
because
don't
they
even
want
look
you
at
to.
stuff.
Yeah, they
They
try
don't
to
even
fill
touch
those
it.
voids by painting those pictures of themselves.
Yeah. And and I like people who, they just still are human and they, they do things like journal, they collect things, or they still find time to do things they like to keep their sanity, opposed to thinking like, oh, I have to go buy all of this jewelry and all of this so that people can know I'm rich.
Yeah, I
Because
feel like Polo G said something like that. I hope I'm not getting him mixed up with somebody else, but he was saying that he got to wear a lot of jewelry so that people like it's like that's what you got to if you want people to like. I don't know if it was about respect or fan support, but it's like you kind of got to live paint it. And I hate that so much because if I was an artist and that's what I needed, I'm sorry y'all gonna get this
that's Flow.
Swarovski.
That's why I love Flow. Let me tell you something. Flow is not materialistic at all, and and she hates that people try to push that on her, like people around her, like, girl, you making money, you're rich, spend it. And she's like, I don't want to spend it. I don't want to buy that stuff because she has stuff. She has a lot of designer stuff. It just be sitting there because she don't put it on. This girl will wear flip flops. She will wear Air Force
Yeah,
Ones
just be
to perform in.
comfortable.
And she don't spend her money on jewelry either, which I respect too, because I think that to be a female rapper in the game, that's just like a female rap starter kit. You got to get a BBL and a bust down.
Yeah,
And
it's just
now she
I
has
do want a
that
Rolex
stuff.
now. I want a nice classic watch, but I also don't care. Honey,
She don't care. The stuff that she has, her label bought it for her. They just like,
yeah,
or her manager, like people buy that for her, but she's not like, oh, I'm buying a chain.
I gotta do all this. I wonder I wonder if she did that, would she get more? Like she gets a lot of attention, but I wonder if that will like boost her image if she did stuff like that. And that's a shame that that's a
For
case for
sure.
people. Yeah,
For sure.
it's just
You
so all
expect,
that's
I
so
watched that interview with Nicki and what's called yesterday, and she was saying that it's like a female rap starter kit.
That's too bad, man. Yeah, I really don't like it. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with people sharing their lifestyles, but I wish that there was a way for people to just understand that that's just their lifestyle. But I also think that a lot of common folks are living lifestyles that celebrities have. And now, don't get me wrong, I've always known since I was young, a lot of celebrities, just because you were famous don't mean you're rich. But I
Yeah.
feel like they had a rich look and we were just the common folks looking like, dang, one day I'm gonna be rich. It's not like, I don't know. I just really feel bad that people are comparing themselves to these people that they think are living this lifestyle, whether they're actually living it or not, and just kind of putting pressure on themselves and going into these bad mental states or putting themselves in debt to also have that image, when in reality none of that matters. Like, yes, you want a stable household, you want a roof over your head, you want quality living, but you don't have to be making 600 grand a year or 300 grand a year. Like, it
Yeah,
is
I think
possible
that
and it
people
is
put a
attainable.
number on it sometimes, and it's like realistically though, just because you have all that money, you ain't gonna be happy. You're just able to do what you want to do for real. But I think that people get rich and wealthy mixed up, or with what they want to do. Because
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
some people they're not even going to handle that money well. Like somebody could be making $1 million a year and still have the same amount of savings as somebody who makes $30,000 a year. It's absolutely
for sure,
possible. So I think people misinterpret it. They look at it as just like, heck, because once you get it in your hand, you got so many things that you could never do that now you can do. And you're going to probably do it. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But I just feel like people need to understand money management versus just like having money. And I think that I'm pretty successful in my career. So I don't want to sound like a Kim K, but I really do mean that. I just think I just had to, whatever. I don't know. I don't like making
I mean, you won't
disclaimers
sound like that because it's different coming from you because you haven't always been like that. I mean, you've experienced like poverty. You experienced
For
not
sure.
having stuff. You experienced a lot of things. So, it's definitely more believable or received better from you
And
because
I'm so cheap, man. Oh my God.
yeah,
And
I honestly wish that you can sell your frugalness in a bottle and just send it to me
right.
because
I be trying to spend money on stuff. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna get it. I hope I'm saying it right. Jacqueline bag. And I'm like, okay, that's cheap.
Jacquemus.
Do you pronounce? I don't think you pronounce the US, do you?
Jacquemus, it's French, so I don't know.
Jacqueline. Yeah. So anyhow, see, that's the problem. I don't need it, but I'm like, oh, this bag is real cute, and it's
Just
cheaper
because
than
you can't pronounce it,
it's
you
cheaper
can
than
get
a new YSL. It's cheaper than a March. Not March Jacob. Oh, girl, it's definitely that's cheaper than everything. But I'm just saying, like, even stuff like that to me, that's like a little small luxury. Like, okay, I'll do that. But I don't want to get these $700 Prada sandals. It's like, okay, and I'm not even no luxurious. I have luxury items, but that's not me. That's not who I am. I don't really care about that.
I love it. I'm a fashion. I went to school for fashion. I love clothes. I don't necessarily look at things because of designer. Now I do have I do have designers that I like more than others just because of the stuff they make.
I don't know nothing about these designers. I just know the brand is popular and the item is cute.
Yeah, that's me.
What Nike look like? I don't even know what Nike look like, child. That's somebody's name?
Nike. Nah, I do. I like. But see, when it comes to like workout clothes, I'm cheap. I don't be spending money. And now my shoes, I can't be cheap because I got flat feet. But I don't be buying them Nike outfits to go work out in. I go right to Boohoo Man and get me a little $15.
Yeah, I do love me a Nike club feast. But that's the thing. I'm 33 years old, so whatever.
Everybody has their own way of luxury.
I just hate it for the youth, man, because you talk to them and you hear them talking and things they say, and it's like, dang, like it's like kids. Like when we was in school, we wanted like some Mecca jeans, Averex jacket. These folks want Balenciaga, Gucci, and it's like, why do they care about that?
I always say times has just changed because even I can specifically remember my mama just really being mad at me or mad in general when I was in middle school because people were wearing them platinum FUBU velour suits and they was wearing those shiny, like the shiny denim.
Mm-hmm.
And so those platinum FUBU outfits were $400.
Yeah, they were expensive. I remember.
They were expensive. So like my mama like, no, you're not doing that because that's what drug dealers wear. Because that's, they spend that type of money. So I'm not dressing my child.
I'm pretty sure some of them folks parents.
I'm just saying she was just like, I'm not. Of course, my sister was like, oh, you should get it for him. You should. And she's like, no, first of all, it's really expensive. He can't wear, like, is that gonna be his uniform? Is he gonna wear it every day?
Right. But it's just like, even then, Apple bottom jeans was probably like $70 to $100. And I guess, that's like normal for jeans today. But when I think of people wanting $1,000 shoes and like, it's just so.
It's definitely sick. It's social media.
They
see these people in like celebrities and stuff and how they treat their
or influencers, because I feel like influencers have the most responsibility for that because they are in the middle.
What's so crazy? They don't even be paying for that stuff.
I know.
Then that's another thing. That's the influence because celebrities. What I've noticed is that they don't pay for this stuff. The designers give it.
They don't. And it's like, they advocating for a brand they probably don't even care about. And that's, I get it. That's we in a capitalistic society, but I don't know. I just fear, I'm like, where does it's only going to get worse. Everything is only going to get more extreme. So, I just don't feel like if you're in high school, you should be concerned about having a Mercedes and stuff because a YouTuber got it. Like that YouTuber got it because you watched their video. You know what I'm saying?
You was flexing in high school. You had a monthly MARTA card, so
right. In my high school, it was one person with a car, and her behind was not from over there. She just transferred over there. But yeah, that's what I'm just saying. It's just like I get it, wanting to be like this person that you look up to, but they're actually working and getting paid for that. And you want to look like you're working and getting paid for that. So
Yeah.
it's just sad. Like, the suicide rate amongst kids is so high. People are being bullied, people feeling insecure. And it's like all this is because of what they see daily on the internet. It's just sad.
Yeah,
So
for
anyway,
sure.
all right, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'll save my other stuff for next week.
Okay. What you got going on?
Man, I hope y'all this house situation. Oh my god, it's funny because I talk about it on a podcast, but I do not want to post about it on social media. I just feel like the girls that get it, and the girls that don't.
I
Like
love.
they were trying, I told y'all last week they were really trying to hate on me, and so I think we came to a compromise, and I'm gonna take it if they call me back tomorrow. And so,
Okay.
but basically, y'all, I think it's gonna work out. It's just gonna cost me a little bit more money, but in reality, it won't cost me more money because it's money I had to pay regardless. It's just I'm paying it up front.
Yeah.
So hopefully, listen, I'll be happy to share all the details once it works out. But right now, and it's so funny because I'm so glad I'm not an overshare on social media because the way this situation been up and down every day, somebody think I was a liar.
We know you ain't Cap. We know this stuff
Shut
that's
up.
gonna be happening.
So anyway, that's on the agenda. That's really it. I got I got a orthodontist appointment next week, so hopefully I'll have an official date for taking my braces out, which should be in about May, June.
Period.
Yeah, and
Are you
that's
gonna
really.
get permanent retainers?
I thought about it. I'm gonna talk to them about it because the thing is, my ortho gives the price of my braces includes 10 years of regular retainers, so it's like. Do I care? If I do get them, they'll go on the bottom row.
Yeah.
That's where I'm missing teeth at. I ain't missing on at the top.
Dang.
So if
Yeah. I feel that too. I haven't been shopping because I'm saving for my mouth. I don't know if I'm convinced on veneers or if I'm just get a bridge for this one tooth I got, but I need a side tooth. So if you want to donate to my side tooth fund, please DM me. I'll give you my Zelle.
I really want you to not get veneers. It's just a lot of maintenance, man.
I understand. I probably won't get it. I'll probably just end up getting a bridge and maybe braces again. But I mean, I'm learning to love my gap even more every day. So I'm okay with that. But as far as what I got going on, I got a few bookings today. So my email and my phone has been going off all day. I've been making some good connections with some fellow makeup artists out here who has been passing on some work. Sometimes it go through, sometimes it doesn't, but just to be even considered for it, these type of people, I'm grateful. It lets me know that people are seeing me here. I'm making the goal is to just make new money. I mean, of course you're gonna have money in the bank or saving, but I need to touch new money. That's all. That's just my goal always, to just be like, let's step it up.
For sure. One day we gotta start working. You know what I'm saying? Did you get a chance to work?
I said for sure. I haven't decided when I'm gonna do that, but
I'm stopping at 40.
I'll probably stop working because I really like my job, and I'm speaking now because that might change depending on how my body ages. So depending on how much I can handle, because right now I be having to carry a wagon because I have a backpack and all this other stuff, and it be hurting. But as of now, the goal is to stop working by 45 and to teach because I do want to eventually start teaching. But yeah, that's it.
Did you get a chance to work with that A-list celebrity? Who you said last week you was gonna be working with somebody on their team, not the artist, but somebody on their team.
Oh yeah, I did the shoot.
Oh, perfect. Period. Anyway, y'all, that's been another episode of OD Podcast. Holla at your girl.
Yeah. Holla at your swirl.
Bye.